RICTAT, the International Association and Register of Integrative Colon Hydrotherapists and Trainers, is the fastest growing self-regulatory body of colon hydrotherapists in Europe. One of our aims is to make sure that all therapists work in a safe and hygienic manner and that every treatment is performed in the best interests of the client. That's why our motto is Salus Agrotti Suprema Lex, which means in Latin, patient's health is our primary concern. Following the third RICTAT conference, which was attended by around 100 participants at the end of 2012, we have now created a pack of self-regulatory forms and documents for the use of our members. We would like to thank Alison Livings of Holistic Insurance Services, our insurance provider, as well as our chairman, Ian McDougall, our educational team, Lynn McDougall, Shula Datsios, Kay Voslow, our lead trainer, Kelly Hopley, and our founder, Galina Imri, for all the work they've done on this pack. The pack consists of 5 documents: the intake form, the consent form, the aftercare form, the continuing education record form, and the best practices self-assessment form. The last 2 documents, the continuing education record form and the best practices self-assessment form, are for the individual use of each therapist. They're pretty self-explanatory. Of the first 3 documents, the intake form, the consent form, and the aftercare form, the most important one is the consent form. It was created as a response to an increase in the number of colon hydrotherapy treatments and the unfortunate potential spin-off in the shape of an increase in insurance claims against alternative therapists in general and colon hydrotherapists too. Alison Livings mentioned at the conference that her company sees as many claims monthly now as they used to see annually. Luckily for us, claims against colon hydrotherapists are still pretty rare, so as RICTAT members, we need to keep it this way. It is our responsibility to make sure that every time our clients or patients come to us, the treatment will be safe and beneficial for them. Therefore, the main purpose of the consent form is to remind our clients or patients to let us know if there have been any developments in their state of health, put the information on paper, and then sign and date that information. Let us say, for example, that you haven't seen your client for 6 months, and during that time they had had a bereavement, and they're now taking painkillers and antidepressants. This is new, and this up-to-date information will enable you to adjust your treatment and maybe support the client by referring them to other professionals who will help them overcome their health challenges. Alternatively, a client might mention that they had had an ulcer attack and are on steroid medications now. This changes things. This is the time when you shouldn't be giving them a treatment, but supporting them with the relevant dietary advice and so on. From the 1st January 2013, the consent form is mandatory for all RICTAT members with respect to all new clients. The continuation sheet of the consent form must be used for the existing clients to record updates on their state of health. This is the most important outcome of our work. From the end of January, our insurers, who are industry leaders in their field, will also incorporate the consent forms as well as our other documents in their therapists' packs. We should all remember that we're getting an amazing insurance deal because of our strengths as a self-regulating association, because of our mandatory disposables use, and now also because of our uniform consent forms. Now the 2 other forms. The client intake form is based on the original Chi Center form that many of our members are already using. We have updated all sections of this form, making it more current. So once you have used up all your existing supply, Please move on to the updated version. The aftercare advice is plain good practice. Using uniform paperwork will differentiate us from other colonic therapists and will make us stronger and create momentum for bringing our profession up to a new level. Again, thank you all very much for being part of our dynamic, caring, and fun organization. RICTAT rocks!